This call is now being recorded.
All right. Hello, Makenzie. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Really good. It has really been great to talk with you. I am super excited about your skill set. Welcome to our beautiful state here in Florida. I understand you just recently relocated and that you worked in the staffing industry, which of course was very interesting to me because that's what I do. So we were able to talk a little bit about everything you did. So I think about staffing, and then I'm going to give you the floor as someone who is multitasking. I mean, I am running, a million different things, managing a million different little projects, scheduling interviews, scheduling drug tests, making sure that, people are where they're supposed to be, all of those things. And it was interesting to hear that's what you did at your position. So, Makenzie, you have the floor. Tell me a little bit about what you did at your last job.
So I would assist with the scheduling of the medical recruiter as well as our clerical and professional recruiter. I would make sure that the candidates had all what they needed. So if they needed like the Zoom link or FaceTime, I would make sure. I'd also send out reminders and everything. So they unfortunately didn't hopefully miss their interview. I would also schedule their onboarding process, have them come in, do their I-9s, help with making sure that they filled out everything properly, as well as occasionally I would order their background and their E-Verify. I would also schedule their drug test, make sure that authorization was sent out on time before they arrived at the drug facility. As well as I would help coordinate calendars for the recruiters' meetings as well.
Wonderful. And then how did you keep it all together? What tools did you use to keep yourself organized?
I would use a checklist. So I did, of course, have some morning tasks or even afternoon tasks I would have to do. But I would also keep a checklist down of exactly who I'm needing to call for and make sure that for my personal self schedule that for myself, if I had other tasks I need to do, make sure that was my top priorities, getting those getting those scheduled, getting that information sent out, check that off, move to the next thing that it was needed to do.
Okay, great. We talked a little bit about the importance of a team, that everyone being in their position and being there, being available, during the week, during normal work hours. And we talked a little bit how important that is, because if one person is missing, that can affect everybody down the road. Do you recall what you told me about your attendance?
Yes, I honestly, I think I could count on one hand how many times I was absent or even late. I try to make sure I'm always there. And if for anything weird pops up, traffic, unfortunately, sometimes does happen. I do plan accordingly, but unfortunately, you can't control everything. So I always try to make sure that I'm always there on time. I am there no matter what happens. Unless I'm unfortunately in the hospital, I will be there. I will always be there because it can mess something up that someone may not see on their end, but on my end or even anyone I'm working with as a team knows that if someone's not there, stuff is going to get missed and that it will just affect everybody and it wouldn't be a good outcome potentially.
Sure. And so you were the operations coordinator at the staffing agency. You were there for about 3 years, Makenzie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then before that, you were about 2 years at the St. Francis Hospital, which you also did some scheduling because you were a dispatcher. So tell me a little bit about that.
So we would have our system and we would have jobs coming in for moving patients either to their room or from their room to a test. And I would have to make sure that those were put out as fast as possible, make sure that the transporters accepted that job and were doing that job immediately. As well as if there was any top priority ones that came in, I would handle it myself or I would make sure somebody who is available at that moment gets it and make sure everything is running smoothly, because if that falls behind, then someone else's test is going to be behind and then the domino effect will hit. And so I would just make sure all of that is running smoothly and effectively as possible.
Wonderful. And if available or if offered an opportunity with Ronstad for an assignment, when are you available to start?
I'm available as soon as possible.
Okay, terrific. I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the interview. Don't go anywhere. We got a few more things to chat about.